Alex, clearly a disappointing result, but what did you make of your team's performance today?
I don't think we played well enough. I thought we get beat by the hungrier team. I thought Brentford came here, I thought they were really hungry, they were in our faces, and I thought they wanted it more than we did, and that's why we didn't get anything from the match.
So how much concern does that give you about your players if they're beaten by a hungrier team on a day like that?
Yeah, it's always a concern, you know, but I can't just judge it on that one in particular game. You know, the last two matches we've performed pretty well. But if we go from one end of the spectrum to the other, obviously suggests that there's certainly work to be done.
That was a potentially big day for you, wasn't it? You could have got into the top 6, you could have gone within 5 points of the top. Yeah. Does it say something about the mental state of your players that they play like that when there's that much at stake?
No, I don't think it's anything to do with going into the top 6. It's just a case of turning up and trying to win the match. You know, that's the biggest incentive for a player. But if you look at, I didn't think we had great performances all over the pitch today, if I'm being honest. And I think if you looked at sort of man for man, player for player, they'd certainly better performers than us. And if you've got 6 or 7 in your team playing well, the chances are you win the game, and they had that and we didn't.
Stephen Whittaker took a bit of a clog from the supporters today. He was playing in midfield. Yeah. Was that a case of needs must for you? Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is I had one central midfield player who was fit, and to be honest, I thought he was a bit harshly treated with. So I thought he worked his socks off for the group, and he was asked to do a role that he's not normally accustomed to playing. But I didn't think he'd done particularly poor. I thought he sort of worked his socks off in that middle area of the pitch, and I'll be honest with you, he was the least of my concerns today.
So there were bigger worries elsewhere in the team then?
Yeah, I just didn't think we played well enough for the majority of the team. I didn't think we played well enough.
You mentioned defensive vulnerabilities after the Cardiff game. Is that something that's even more towards the front of your mind after some of what you saw today? Yeah,
it's difficult to pinpoint one particular area of your pitch. You know, I didn't think in any area we'd done well enough. I didn't think we had enough attacking threat, albeit we had a few chances, but our general play wasn't good enough. I didn't think we dominated the ball as well as we should in the middle areas, and I didn't think defensively we did well enough when they were attacking. So if you want to really break it down, in all departments we didn't do as well as we should have.
Does it change your thinking in terms of what you might need before the transfer window closes?
It's difficult to say. You know, I've only got a week, and to go from Cardiff last week to the high and how the players can play, to go to the low of today and losing the game and seeing a performance that basically wasn't up to par.
When you see, obviously, Brentford winning and Watford winning as well today, you've lost ground on the top 6 in the end, so how damaging do you feel that could be?
Well, only time will tell in the long run. You know, there's still 19 games to go, so still a long way to go, and obviously before today we'd sort of picked 6 points up out of 6, so if you look at it, 6 points out of 9 at the moment. If we go and win on Saturday, then you've got 9 out of 12, so it doesn't look that bad. However, if you don't win on Saturday, then it looks a bit worse. So we need to just put this past us now, move on to the next game, and hope that we put a better performance in.
Is it fair to suggest you probably know more about your players now than you did at lunchtime today?
Yeah, of course. You learn with every game, you know, and the 2 games that I've watched so far, Bournemouth and Cardiff, and the vast majority of the game, we've done well in both. And today, we didn't do that, so we didn't get anything from the match.